How's it going? Cameron Tradukin here with the Daily Developer Show. This is the show where we talk every single day about how you can become a better developer. That was almost like I was lagging. How you can become a better developer. How you can become a better developer and how you can optimize your lifestyle as a developer. Now, what we're going to talk about in today's video is actually related to appearance. Now, if you look at me today, you'll see that I'm not looking the greatest. I've got a haircut. It's okay. My haircut's okay, but I've got these huge bags under my eyes. I kind of have like my facial hair is not trimmed. At least I'm wearing a decent shirt, right? But generally speaking, I'm not looking the greatest today. And what I actually want to bring up with you today is a study that I've read from Rice University. And this study, let me read the study summary for you. The study is called Looks Do Matter in Job Interviews, according to new study. Maybe that's not the study name. That's the article name, at least. I don't know if that's the study name. But here's the summary of the study. People with birthmarks, scars, and other facial disfigurements are more likely to receive poor ratings in job interviews, according to a new study. Now, if you look at me, you can see that I don't have any really noticeable birthmarks or scars. I'm only moderately disfigured. But why is this important for you? Well, if that is you, first of all, I'm sorry. Seriously, if that is you, you can still be successful, of course. The same way as maybe I'm in Vietnam right now, I could still be successful in getting a US developer job. It's just going to be a little bit harder, right? Because you don't have those connections. But you can still do it, so don't make excuses for yourself. But why is this important for even just most of us that are just like regular people? It's important because the study, it's basically saying if somebody is focused on some negative aspect of your appearance, whether that is something hereditary such as a birthmark, or that's you're wearing bad clothes, or your beard is not cleanly shaved. Basically, if you're not looking good, man, you're not looking fine. You can run into some kind of problems because they're going to focus on your negative appearance. And what the study actually says is that their eyes will focus on that, at least to a greater extent than is normal, and they'll actually remember less about you. And if the study says if you're not a memorable candidate, you will be less likely to get the job. So, obviously, the best thing is to be a memorable candidate for positive reasons, and the worst is to be a negative candidate for negative reasons. And, people can argue, is this justified? Is this right? People should not be so shallow. But this is the reality, right? So, we can go, how to say this? We can go campaign to be less superficial, but the reality is most of us are like that. And, when you're you're new to this industry, you can't take anything for granted. You've got to make the most of any potential opportunities. So, what am I saying here? I'm saying that given that people do judge on appearance, you should maximize your appearance to the greatest extent possible. Listen, I watched, my favorite example is Dylan Israel. I love that guy. No, I better not say that joke. I love that guy. That guy's funny. If you watch his videos, you'll see that he always, in his videos, he'll wear, a PlayStation shirt or something. Just, he looks like a nerd, and, not to be mean or anything, but a nerd that's not well dressed. If Dylan is wearing even a shirt, a decent shirt like this, That is pretty nice for him. But what he says is that when he goes to an actual job interview, he's wearing a nice button-up, dress pants, and he'll actually usually wear a tie, too, if I remember correctly. And why does he do that? Why is it when he's making his own videos, he doesn't really care that much? And when he goes to interview at companies, he's much more focused on his appearance. Well, the reason is that he understands that people are going to judge based on appearance, and that could happen to you too as a developer. So, we don't want that, right? Especially if you're a self-taught developer. You want people to have a good first impression of you. You don't want to rock up in the PlayStation shirt and they're like, really? This guy? That's the last thing that you want. So dress nice. Go get your dress pants. Get a nice button-up shirt. Maybe even wear a tie. I know a lot of these developer places are going to say casual dress code, but at least in the beginning stages, you can impress them a little bit by dressing up a little bit. So, in summary, listen, your appearance is important. People will say, "Oh, it's being superficial," but if people are going to judge based on that, you should take advantage of that. And like I said in one of my earlier videos, getting a coding job, a developer job, which I'm starting to feel like I can almost start speaking on this now authoritatively, because I've gotten some job offers this week, at least in Vietnam. But getting a job offer is not just about, oh, that's my big news, I got job offers! That's not the focus. Your ability to get a job is not just about if you're a good coder or not. It's also about, can you communicate? Do people find you pleasant to be around? Do they see potential in you? Do you have a brand, a personal brand, like a YouTube channel or a blog or an active GitHub, open source contributions? Do you have a good reputation in the developer community? So those are many things, but like I said, maybe coding is 60%, communication is 20%, reputation, blah, 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 blah. The point is, whatever the specific number is, that's not important. The point is, even if your appearance is only 3% of your ability to get a job, you might as well optimize that and take advantage of that, because you know a lot of other people aren't. So this could be your tiebreaker if your abilities in general are pretty similar to someone else's. So I hope you found this video useful. Clearly I'm exhausted, but I'm trying to bring some value and just be a good example of do something every day, and eventually you'll start to produce results. So please subscribe. This is the Daily Developer Show. We're here every day, so I'll see you tomorrow. And enjoy your day. You can do it. You are beautiful. At least for the interview, I hope.